I think a lot of women might be hesitant sometimes. Like, able-bodied women might be hesitant or might have certain fears come up when they consider dating someone who has physical limitations. What do you think those fears are? You think that they are afraid that maybe potentially you wouldn't be able to take care of them or provide for them in certain ways? Like, be alert enough so that, let's just say, women's fear is a burglar is going to come to the house or something like that. And, we always want the man to be up and ready, kicking his butt or there to ward off the bad people.
The fact that I have a limitation wouldn't necessarily stop me from calling in my big buddy. And you know who my big buddy would be? Ask me who my big buddy would be. No, my big buddy is Sig Sauer. Somebody breaks into my house, they're going to meet Mr. Sig Sauer face to face. You know who Mr. Sig Sauer is, don't you?
I don't know. Is it God?
No. I should probably edit that part out. But a Sig Sauer is like a semi-automatic pistol. Your pistol's going to greet whoever it is, that's breaking into my door or my girlfriend's door.
Hell yeah.
And the situation is there. It's like we each of us, and this is why I think Hillary lost the election. She's trying to, again, nullify human nature whereby you don't have the right to protect yourself. That's a natural right. I like to say God-given, but not everybody believes in God. Okay, so it's a natural right of self-defense. But somebody, tries to take advantage of me. Somebody tries to take advantage of my loved ones. I don't have to kick their ass. Excuse me, I should probably edit that out, but that's exactly what I would say. I would say
keep that. And it's real. I like it. Shooting from the hip.
Exactly. Literally.
Wow. Well, good. You have measures of protection. You have ways to protect you and your loved ones, your woman. You have ways of demonstrating that masculine providership, protection, and everything that any typical man can demonstrate.
And it's not really about masculinity. It's like, this is what I've worked for. Who the heck are you to break into my home and take what I've earned? Criminals will target the vulnerable. Anyone that's perceived as vulnerable. He's not going to want to tangle with somebody from Gold's Gym. Somebody in their 20s. He's going to think, who's vulnerable? A young man in a power chair, or in my case, a middle-aged guy in a power chair, or a lady, or somebody that's perceived as vulnerable. Not necessarily victim-y, but vulnerable. Physically vulnerable. Where it's gun-friendly, they don't have a central park where you dare not go. They don't have areas that are like no-go zones. That
That's
after
great. They have
dark,
less crime, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because, the muggers, the would-be muggers, they're like, hey, even if I try to take on this old biddy over here, she can whip out a 22 or a 25, and I could still get my butt shot. So explore that.
When shit hits the fan, we want to know, okay, there was an intruder in the house, or when some bad thing happened, like remember back in the day in tribal camps, we were worried that warriors or crazy people were going to come. Can our man defend us? Can he protect us? Can he do those kinds of things that make us women feel protected around him? So of course, it's obviously a little bit more difficult with someone with a physical challenge or handicap to do that. But you certainly can. There's ways for you to do that, right. And for a woman to still have that need fulfilled, right?